Speaking of, want to talk about Chronixx, I left music?
Well, that post is actually interesting though.
Yeah, in what way?
Because that post where he posted on his story saying people are trying to upload music to my account and I'm not releasing any music anytime soon, and it's messed up that people are able to just upload songs to the account. That same person who uploaded those songs to Chronixx's page uploaded songs to Protege's page at the same time, the same day. The Protege had a song, the 30 Million song that came out.
Yeah.
Same day. And when you do that, it messes with an artist's reach because now their latest release might say it's this other song that's a fake song that's not them. And so people are able to go in and upload depending on what distributor you're using. There's not all these like safeguards in place to prevent you from being able to just tag an artist because they don't want to have to like make sure that you show proof that like, oh, this, you have a signed thing from this artist saying you can release their song. It would create like a huge thing. So that's why these things get pushed through the mix, and it's insane. We see it all the time. We'll see it in the back end. You get an email that says new song scheduled for release from this artist, and you hit up the artist and you say, is this you? And they'll say no. And then you have to put in a copyright infringement request and do a takedown. So we tracked down that person that did the Chronixx thing.
Really?
And the Protege thing on email. And he responded on email. Basically, he responded to the infringement request, sending an email saying, hey, just got this infringement request, just wondering what your issue was. And it was like, well, you use the name Protege and you did these releases, and you can't really argue that you're just another artist named Protege when we see that you're the same person that did these Chronixx releases. And we tracked back to what your name was, what your Instagram account was, all of these things. So that's what happened there. And it happens all the time, and it's super fucked up. And people get away with it.
Because he said, I advise more people. Chronixx put out, like, this is, apparently on his story. He said, I advise more people to go put songs up on my Spotify. Keep the releases busy. I don't have any releases scheduled for the near future. So what? So you're saying that is somebody did this on his, like, I'm not.
You don't have to have info. You don't have to have the login information to post a song to someone's Spotify.
What?
In terms of things slide through the cracks. Now people are just going to all start uploading.
Right?
No, I mean, there's infringement. I mean, it's serious consequences. Like if people go out there and do that, like there are serious consequences. So they should not do that.
Chronixx is saying like him not really business. Go and do it. Become not release nothing. That's him. I say. That's what you're saying.
You mean why he's saying?
Yeah, you're saying. So you're saying. So you're interpreting what Chronixx is saying as like, whoever is doing it to continue to do it because I'm not releasing any more songs anyway.
I don't know what that part means.
Because
I don't think he actually wants people to keep uploading stuff to his page.
You mean he's being sarcastic?
Do you? You think he actually wants people to upload stuff to his page?
Well, he says I don't have any releases
unless his point is having more active releases on my page keeps my Spotify active and generates.
I think that's what you meant.
Attention and catalog but I think
I don't have any shit ready.
I'm not releasing.
So if you see anything pop up, it's not me.
Right.
But it's crazy. It's crazy.
And it's also another way of saying I see what you're doing.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
It really pisses me off. I mean, you see it like it's fucking insane.
What? So it's like, is it a producer or?
So in some cases, it'll be producers who will release unapproved things that have vocals on them, or they'll release something that they did pay the artist for, and the artist just doesn't know when it's being released. That happens a lot. So with like the core dancehall artists for sure, like where like the artists that you see that release such a high volume of content, a lot of that is just like people paying up front and then the producers releasing the songs, but not necessarily communicating so that there might be 3 releases that go up in the same day. That's one thing. That's one issue because it makes it really difficult to have songs cut through the mix on the streaming platforms because people are thinking very YouTube specific. But it makes it hard for the streaming platforms to take dancehall seriously because they're like, which song is your priority when you have 3 songs that came out this week? How do we know with this label's telling me this song, this label's telling me this song, and this label's telling me this song? So it's like, how are we going to take this seriously when there's 3 songs coming out in a day? The other thing is more so people that are just using a name to just generate streams for themselves that's not the artist singing. And those songs that were uploaded didn't have Protege vocals or Chronixx vocals. It probably had like this guy's vocals probably.
That's crazy.
Sometimes people will just only tag the artist, or they'll tag the artist and their artist page so that it like hits the artist's audience, like it hits Chronixx's audience in the algorithm.
Yeah, like your collaboration on IG.
This. But anyone who does this, like, it's
burning hell.
Yeah.
Burning hell.
Yeah.
No, that's horrible. I didn't even
but
know
how
that.
you hold them accountable for that though? Like, do they get a strike? Like, ban?
Yeah, so there's strikes that are given to labels, there's strikes given to distributors. So you can be banned from platforms. It's like literally copyright infringement. So like there's legal consequences.
Yeah.
Or a lot of artists own the trademark for their name that says like only I can create music and market it using this name, right? So like you would have an artist name, and it's like, okay, somebody could create like a fragrance line with this name, but they can't create something that has to do with music, right? It depends on what you have the trademark for. So there's all sorts of things that like, which is why it's important for artists to trademark their names and copyright their songs, because there's all sorts of like legal things that like could come down the line that they don't even know about, that they would generate money from because of lawsuits, that if you don't own your copyright, then you can't participate in it.
Yeah, most people don't know that. Most artists trademark them name. Most local artists trademark them name.
Most what?
Artists.
Local artists trademark their names.
Here?
Can't even say.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Say. Them know about copyrighting the song, but
Maybe.
them not know about trademarking the name.
It's like, because there will be like lawsuits every now and then where like there will be like a lawsuit against Spotify or something, and it'll be like a class action lawsuit where everyone is banding together and they figured out that some specific royalty wasn't paid out, and so whatever share of that you're supposed to get, if we win this lawsuit, you're going to get that piece of the pie. And if you don't have your copyright, you can't participate in that. You'll get zero. So it could literally be the difference between like making $0 and $100,000, you know? And that's in general, people don't register their things in all sorts of places where they collect money. You know, like there's certain platforms pay out in different places based off of what the type of royalty is. And a lot of artists, definitely a lot of local artists, aren't registering their music in all the different places necessary to collect all the pennies, because it's like you add up this penny and this penny and this penny and this penny and this dollar, and we talk about how the streaming rates are low, but when you add everything up, if you're properly collecting everything, that's what you have to do to be able to like actually generate like revenue from your catalog. But it's a hard thing to remember, to know how to like register things everywhere. It's like very confusing.